From Chile, California, it's the Suzanne Somers Show. And here she is.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I wake up every morning, with him announcing me.
And clapping.
And clapping.
You like
great.
applause.
I like applause.
Yeah.
And there you are.
I have to say it was an applause-worthy opening pose from Suzanne.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you look
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you put a woman in pink velvet, and there you go. So I'm feeling good. I've got dinner in the oven. I'm all excited, and it's a Suzanne Selects box. But I wanted to talk to you about a few things that are on my mind. You know, we're watching a lot of Netflix because what are we all going to do? And the great thing about my injury and the pandemic is that I've had to stay in bed, but my husband has gone to bed with me for the year.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
And it's made it fun. So anyway, so we're kind of going through everything, and we really like documentaries. There was a documentary on cancer that we watched. Was it last night or the night before?
Last night.
Was it last night?
Yeah.
And it was this brain surgeon who got brain cancer. And it was very poignant. I don't know the name of it, but if you look up on Netflix, like, it's about cancer, right? Is it something about C or something like that? Anyway, what he was saying is what I've been saying to you, what I've been saying in my books, is that oncologists don't say, oh, don't eat sugar and avoid chemicals and manage your stress and meditate and all those things.
Well, some do. Some do.
Some
do.
But then those are the oncologists that I interview and that I gather.
Yeah.
And I so admire them because if you go in that direction and you're an oncologist, you don't make as much money. If you go in that direction and you're a MD, but you're doing holistic or integrative or alternative, you don't make as much money. Whenever I send people to doctors that I think are a good fit with what's going on with him or her, I always say, you're not going to be impressed by his or her office because they're not making the kind of money that an ordinary doctor, just your everyday doctor makes. They're not making it. So I was really paying attention to what this brain surgeon with brain cancer was talking about, because he was so unbelievably perplexed that how could he, with all his education and all his training, how could it have befallen him? And he started looking at what he wasn't doing. And I started thinking about how these things, and I've said this to you many, many times, how chemicals have crept into our lives. And he was talking about this spray that our mothers all used to spray so that the cake wouldn't stick to the pan and the muffins wouldn't stick in the pan and all that. And he said, do you know what this spray is made of? Lighter fluid of butane. And he said, just let me stop right there. He said, you're wondering why your gut is all screwed up? You've been putting lighter fluid and butane, and then he started going through all these other foods. And I thought, and he started talking about women's cosmetics.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah. Did you not think what I was saying was interesting?
No, the lighting fluid and the butane.
Yeah.
That's the propellant that they put in.
Yeah.
So when you push the button, you get a spray.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
And he
Aerosol.
said, right. He said something else.
But I don't want to identify the product because that's
No.
my point here.
No. But
We all kind of
he said
know.
something else. I wish I could remember what it was. That was.
Why don't you let me finish what my spiel?
Okay. Finish
and
your
then-
spiel.
And as you remember it, you can interrupt
Okay.
my spiel.
Okay.
But they showed a woman putting on lipstick, and they showed a woman putting on eyebrow pencil, and I went, it's that minute. We bought into this bill of goods that we think it's all safe because it's in a store, and it's the accumulation. I've always said that. It's the layering of at what point is it the air freshener you spray around in your house? Is it the deodorant you're using with the aluminum? Is it the toothpaste you're using that's got, antifreeze in it? Or what have we been doing? What have we not paid attention to? And cancer right now is an epidemic. And so I just want to start our show today with really thinking about that. And as he was talking, I was sitting there holding my heart thinking, we're on it here. We are selling you a line of products that is chemical free. I'm so proud of what we bring you. So as I talk about things today, I'm not making any connection with anything I'm doing, and you won't get cancer. That's not, I'm just saying think about what has happened since you and I were little girls, and when there was no such thing as organic food, because nobody thought back then that it was a good idea to spray poison on our food before we eat it. Oh, here's a nice dinner. Excuse me, just a minute. Let me just spray a bunch of poison on this. And what a tragedy. What a tragedy. So when I took you to our garden the other day, which the comments on our garden have been off the charts with everybody just like drooling over it, and I get it. And last night, how about your salad last night? Did you love your salad last night, Alan?
Well, I actually, that was my second salad. The first one I actually ate right from the garden.
You did.
There's
Well,
something
that was when we were all
about it.
down there with Bruce.
There's something about it when you pick it and
Yeah.
eat it right away.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like when we had the fig tree, and I used to go out every morning and I'd look for the greatest
Yeah.
fig, and I would literally bite it off the tree. So there was no space between harvesting it and eating it.
Yeah.
And it was great. And by the way, what I was going to say,
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the actor, but there's a picture of he and Mario Lopez that's running around, 44 years old, died of lung cancer.
Oh yeah, was that from Full House? Died today?
No. Mario
It was
Lopez's,
from some major
Yeah.
series.
right. Saved by the Bell?
And that
Saved by the
struck
Bell?
me today.
Screech.
Was it Screech?
Yeah, Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Oh.
That's the one. Saved
By the
by
way,
I'm pretty
Screech.
sure I didn't watch that show, but I think I got that right.
By the
Yeah.
way, Screech,
Yeah.
just for the edification of those who don't know,
Yeah.
Screech is the name of an alcohol they only sell in Newfoundland, although you can buy it anywhere now.
Yeah.
And it's rum, and I think the alcohol content is a little higher. And when you go to Newfoundland and you go into a saloon in Newfoundland, they ask you if you want to be screeched, and you have to buy everybody in the saloon a shot of Screech. Everybody downs it at the same time, and then the final kiss-off is you have to kiss a codfish on the mouth.
Okay. Great.
Okay, then you get I have a
Great.
certificate somewhere
Great.
saying I've been
When
screeched.
you guys are ready to transition, I have so many people just dying to have you dive into the box to the Suzanne Selects reveal.
Well, I
Okay,
wanted to set you up. Here's the deal. I wanted to set you up to let you know we're not kidding. It's so serious. In today's world, to stay healthy requires focused dedication. And the fact that you all come to these shows 2 and 3 times a week makes me so happy, because you get it. You get it. And the reason you're here with me, and the reason you bought into this message, it's like me. I now know that it's all about choices. The choices we make on a daily basis, and I've often in my lectures, I say to my audience, when you get into bed at night, lie there and make an imaginary list in your head, put a line down the middle, what you did today leading you towards good health, and what choices did you make today that led you away from good health. You'll be surprised at how many bad choices you made today, and you're trying. So the Selects box tonight is the things that you don't think about that are really important. Don't you use toothpaste every day? A couple times a day, maybe 3 times a day, depending?
I also use Summer Smile, your toothpaste,
Yeah, well, that's what we got today.
as a mouthwash.
And
I squirt a little into my mouth. I take a mouthful of water. I smush it around, and it's a mouthwash.
And the other thing we have today is ageless serum, just loaded with sea algae from purified waters. Just pay attention to purified waters, it's so important. How about a chemical-free deodorant? And this deodorant does the job and nothing about it can harm you. And then we've got, which we love, I don't know if you see my shiny cheeks tonight, but that's called my multi-stick. And so I live the life. I was saying this to
Best value of any box that they buy.
well, you know what it is? It's don't we women love to get presents? Even if we order them ourselves and pay for them ourselves. I remember when I first started on Three's Company, I got the first catalog I'd ever seen, other than the Sears and Roebuck. But I never ordered from Sears and Roebuck because those were like farmers' pants and things like that. But the Tiffany catalog came in the mail. The Tiffany catalog, what's that? And I found myself ordering stuff I didn't need, didn't necessarily really want. I just loved that in the mail would come this surprise, and when you opened the box, there was this Tiffany blue box, and inside was whatever this stuff you bought that you didn't really need. But what we're sending you with the Suzanne Selects box every month is, that's your present. I know, you bought it, you paid for it, everything, you know what's in it. But what's in it is good for you products. So let me just go through what's in tonight. I'm going to go through these in depth, but I'm just going to quickly go through. This is Ageless Serum. What I love about Ageless Serum, it's one of our most popular products, is that it's loaded with sea algae and African birch, which was used in Africa for centuries as medicine. You can also use it with your face mask as conductive fluid. So when I put in the little little dish in my face mask, or I put ageless serum, and I put the two prongs in there, and then I open it up. And when I finish, I do the eraser thing where you hold one to ground and then back and forth to go after the little lines on your face. And it drives the sea algae in, and it's an incredible product. It was the first thing I ever presented to my formulator, who I adore, was self-tanning lotion. I said, I'm Irish, I lie in the sun, I get freckles, I get blisters, I get sunburn, but I like having a tan, and I live in Southern California. I don't know why I'm the only woman in Southern California who doesn't get a tan. They all seem to be tan. And then I realized, oh, you're all using self-tanning lotion. And so she created our sunless tanning serum, which is awesome. It turns you the color you're supposed to be, and the more coats you put on, the darker you get. And I've been using that now for over 2 decades. Okay, then when I do my face mask, I use the ageless serum, and then at night when I go to bed, after I wash my face, I put ageless serum on, because who doesn't need more sea algae? Then you brush your teeth, don't you? All right. This, let me tell you what's not in our toothpaste. Yeah, it's got stabilized oxygen. It's we use non-abrasive cleansers, stabilized oxygen, and real peppermint to brighten and fresh your breath. It's got no fluoride, no supplements, no real peppermint, and it's completely gluten-free. Okay, so you're using this morning, noon, or night, or let's say morning and night. You haven't hurt yourself. You haven't hurt yourself. That's makes me proud and happy for me and happy for you. Okay.
But I don't think, before you move on from the toothpaste, Suzanne, I don't think most people realize when you look on a tube of conventional toothpaste, it actually says on the back, if you swallow more than a pea-sized amount of toothpaste, to call poison control.
How about that? Thank you for reminding me of that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
For you, but if you swallow pea-sized, call poison control.
Yeah.
So
And we all
Suzanne
think...
has a toothpaste. She doesn't have to put that message on it because
No.
she doesn't have anything in it
No.
that would cause that.
No, and the point that I'm making, Caroline's making, Alan's making tonight is it all matters. At what point do you reach critical mass when your body says, I give, I can't detox you anymore, I'm done. Our livers, remember the livers over here, our livers are groaning. They're groaning because they're so loaded. We've lost our ability to manufacture glutathione, which we have a glutathione moisturizer. It's so important. We didn't need...
I think what you've taught me, Suzanne, is
Tell
that,
me.
all of these conventional products, they're all tested to say, well, a little bit of fill in the blank, whatever that poison is, if it's a pesticide or if it's pollution, whatever it is, a little bit won't harm you. They haven't done the clinical studies to show that a little bit will harm you, but they haven't put together that if you use a little bit of a lot of things, it becomes a lot.
And that's what I call the cumulative effect. At what point was it the air freshener you sprayed to deodorize your room? Was it the at what point is it too much? And then your body goes, I can't help you anymore. And then, like when you hear about this young guy at 44 today dying of cancer, that shouldn't be happening. That should not be happening. So I'm so happy that you're here with us. Honestly, I know I sound corny right now, but this is my life's work. You don't know the journey you're on until you start looking at your journey and going, I'm clearly meant to be doing this. Sometimes I wonder, like, how did I get here? This is not what when I was growing up, this is not what I planned to do or be. I didn't plan to do or be anything. I just wanted to be a weather girl so I could make maybe some good money so that I could pay for the essentials, food, shelter, and clothing.
Actually, the TV station that you auditioned for Weather Girl in the late 60s in San Francisco?
Weren't they stupid?
They were so stupid. Because here you were.
How old was I?
Well, you were, let's see, you were...
It was before you, wasn't it?
No, we met in 68.
Okay, so
This was like
I,
in 69, maybe
was
70.
I 19 or 20?
Yeah, you were
or-
probably 20.
Oh my God,
You're
I don't
probably
know. I
20.
don't know what I looked like.
No, you were wearing, boots and...
My best dress by Jax. Remember, any of you girls out there remember JAX?
Yeah, and
I
also...
bought that dress because Jacqueline Kennedy owned a shirt dress by Jax.
And you were wearing like one of those Indian tops, okay?
Not on the
audition?
Not on the audition.
Okay.
I wore my Jax dress.
Okay.
That was my best.
And they didn't get it. You had the little pointer and you said, well, it's going to be kind of cold up here, okay? But it probably won't be cold here because this is Miami.
Yeah.
And they said,
I don't know why
okay,
it's not cold here.
next. By the way, Ron James
Yeah.
has asked a question about something, and I'm not quite sure that we make something to meet his need. He said, quote, what about jock itch? You think liquid oxygen would be
Liquid
good?
oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know,
I think jock itch is a medical thing, so we probably
yeah,
can't
probably not.
Jock
say
itch?
something specifically. But if I were
Probably doesn't sound like fun.
something red and rashy down there,
Yeah.
I would probably try liquid oxygen on it.
When you said down there just now, my mother, Marion Mahoney, the sweetest lady in the whole world, and very shy and very Catholic, and
Loved your mother.
yeah, she was great. And one day I was in the kitchen helping her put things on an upper shelf, and I was on the kitchen stool. Remember, we all had those yellow kitchen stools with the two stairs that came out. And I'm reaching up, and she said, "Oh, you have hair under your arms." And I went, "Yeah." And she said, "Do you have it down there too?" Yeah.
Now people are telling me this guy is he's just joking with his jock itch question.
Yeah, but actually,
Jock itch is a fungus.
yeah,
It's a yeast thing. You probably need probiotics.
something with the azole on the end. Azoles are all antifungal.
Or change your jock.
No, but I'm glad he asked about that because that's uncomfortable. Jock itch, I would think. I don't have a jock. I don't have a jock or an itch. Yeah, right. Anyway, the next thing I want to go to is deodorant. You use that every day, don't you? And I remember your friend Sasha Berlin wrote the commercials for aluminum chlorohydrate.
That's right.
And we all thought aluminum chlorohydrate was so great. Well, aluminum, boy, we're hearing a lot of nasty stuff about aluminum and Alzheimer's. And oh, by the way, today, Tony Bennett announced, his people announced that he has Alzheimer's. It just breaks my heart. I've known him for 40 years. But they say when he starts singing, he remembers every word, every line, everything. So he can still sing for us, but when people lose their minds, they're no longer them, and it's the saddest thing.
Well, he made it into, what is he, 94?
I think he's 94, right? Yeah. Right. Okay, so
so-
I want to just tell you what's in the deodorant, Wild Orange Jasmine deodorant. It's non-aerosol, so that spray we were talking about today that's got butane and lighter fluid in it, and the doctor who, by the way, didn't end up, his cancer came back. But anyway, nature provides a beautiful scent from jasmine, and that's what we put as our scent, natural. All our scents are natural. It's for all skin types. It's a soothing blend of citrus oils. There's no aluminum chlorohydrate. It's non-aerosol. It's certified toxic-free, no animal testing. Light scent of wild orange and jasmine, light mist. Bottled with spray pump, non-aerosol spray pump. I I was mortified when I saw this doctor on this Netflix special talking about aerosol that we all thought was so great.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to
We've
say,
all been waiting.
he said, you will not find the word lighter fluid or butane in the ingredients, okay? They call it fragrance.
Oh, how deceptive.
Fragrance.
Oh, wow.
How
Fragrance.
deceptive.
In the term fragrance.
How
Yeah,
deceptive.
fragrance. Yeah.
We're all here together to.
Suzanne loved a product so much that we used to have. I would say at the time it was your favorite product, that spray-on makeup.
Oh,
And
yeah.
as soon as you found out that the aerosol just made it no-go, she gave it up. She gave it up and she found something better. You do walk your talk.
I do walk my talk, and you know what? When it's a choice between money and the right thing, I want you to know that our company does the right thing. We do. We do. I care so much. I've had cancer. And when you've had cancer, as so many of you are watching right now, you spend a lot of your life thinking about, what did I do? What did I do that I brought this to me and to my body? And often the answer is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Now, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I wasn't living the life I live now. The life I live now is, I won't, if it's got carcinogens in it, I forget it. I don't want it. That's why it's important to me what toothpaste I use. It's important to me what deodorant I use. Does this work as great as aluminum chlorohydrate? No. No. But does it do the job? Yeah. And so you have to apply it a couple more times during the day. It's chemical free. It's chemical free. That makes me, I just feel proud of what we're doing. Alan and Caroline and I and our small company, we spend a lot of time thinking about what's the right thing to do and what is the right product to bring to you. And I'm really proud of what we've been able to bring to you. Really proud.
You know, Suzanne, let me just jump in here because we do have a bunch of new people who aren't, they're not.
Month. I was doing my makeup tonight because I've been slothing today, and I looked at my finished makeup in the mirror and I went, no chemicals. I used our Flawless Finish base. I used our quad to do my eyeshadow. I used our lip pencil with no lead. I used, what else did I use? Everything I used was ours. And I can actually go to bed at night if I didn't feel like washing my face, which is rare, but I've done it. Everything that's on my face, makeup-wise, is actually good for me. If it ends up in my bloodstream, cool. It's all good stuff.
You know, I think that
What is that, Al?
when you were talking about, you know, what have you done to have cancer? Going back to the early days, I think there were two things that contributed to it for sure. Maybe other things as well. One thing was you were born into a crazy family.
Violence.
Violent, where you had to hide in a closet every night with your family, other than your dad, who was looking to hunt you guys down. And for a little girl, that must have been absolutely terrifying. And you had to swallow it because you couldn't tell anybody outside of
Had
your
to keep the
house
secret.
what was going on in the dark house. And the other thing was, when we started going together, you started using birth control pills. And we thought, wow, isn't this great, birth control pills? And if we were headed somewhere for a weekend, you would juggle the birth control pills so that our weekend would be a lot more enjoyable. And I think
it was, but what did that do?
Exactly.
It messed with the nature in my body.
You know, but also aside from that, the birth control pills in those days were heavy estrogen, okay?
And pregnant mares.
That's correct.
Estrogen.
Yeah.
Do you know, one of the things I learned in all the books that I've written is that what they found as a solution for all of us to our hormonal issues is something made from pregnant mare's urine, pre-mare in, and a horse has 34, I believe it's 34 different estrogens, none of which is compatible to the human female. Imagine. So now we're pumping this stuff into our body, expecting our body to go, oh, thanks. Our body's going, what? You are so confusing me. You don't want to confuse your body. And so that cancer has become an epidemic, that women have had nobody backing them up. I hope the one thing that means so much to me is I've got your back. I have a louder voice, and I became Chrissy Snow for a reason. Not to play that delicious, darling, incredible, dumb blonde character who I loved playing.
But she wasn't really dumb.
No, she was.
She had a rather strange route to logic.
Circuitous, yeah.
Circuitous, yeah, but she wasn't dumb.
Yeah, and how I needed her to create a character so lovable and likable that people wanted more and more and more of her, so that when they fired me for having the audacity to ask to be paid commensurate with the men, how dare I, everyone felt very protective of me and that character, and it allowed me to walk away from her, from that show, sad, because I really loved it so much, but to start a whole new thing. And who knew it would be this, that it would be you and me and our little company, and that we are trying to do well while doing good. And that's what this is all about. So I highly recommend, if you are not part of the Suzanne Somers subscription.
Subscription, that's a big word.
It's a hard one. I also want you to look at this. This is the flyer that's inside. Do you like the dress? I asked you if you like the dress because Leslie wrote me today and she said, is it time to do more swingy dresses? And I said, let me ask the girls. So I'm asking you, we can do a longer version. I wear my dresses really short. Sorry
No kidding. That's what
What we
you,
were going to do is just look for a spring fabric.
Yeah. It's the same dress. It's like if your stomach is sticking out, it doesn't matter in this dress. If you got good legs, it's cool in this dress. If your legs aren't great, then we can sell you the longer version. So just let us know if you want the swingy dress, because Leslie, there's nobody better at picking out fabric and design than her.
What we were going to do, for those of you who don't like it this short, the idea is to wear leggings under it. We're not going to change the length on it because this is your length, Suzanne. So
This is my length.
if it becomes a tunic, if you don't like it short, then you guys replace it with leggings.
God, I love short
She's
skirts.
looking for some cute fabrics.
Yeah, she is, and I love wearing my dresses short. I just love them. So yeah, wear leggings
It's
under.
short, that one. It's not actually that short.
No, it's just that my arms are up. She's happy. This is a happy girl. I know. Yeah. How did you end up with this mother-in-law?
Open that multi-stick so we can see the color.
Yeah. which I've got all over my cheeks. I can put it on my hands. I sort of went multi tonight. Oh, there it is.
So pretty. Everyone's commenting how good your makeup looks tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm happy.
This multi-stick it's for your cheeks, your eyes, your lips. It just gives you this beautiful, it's like if you were to get a little bit of sun, it's exactly where you would put it. Right on the top of your cheekbone. You can put a little on your nose. You can put it on your lips or your eyes, and it just gives you this beautiful shimmer. The color is called Sunrise.
Sunrise. Do you ever wear this
Can
out?
you show us out in front of the camera? Can you put the color in front of camera?
And
Certainly.
put it on your hand in front of the camera.
On my hand?
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it when you're closer like that. That looks good.
You see
This
that?
is like the most natural blush you can use.
Yeah.
Or you can use it as a highlighter. Either or. Phyllis Hansen said, I love it for my eyes, cheeks, and lips.
Good for you, Phyllis. You
Look
know
at
what I
that.
love, Phyllis?
Looks good enough to eat.
I love that you get what we're doing. And all of you who are watching, that's what I love. I have like this affection towards all of you, and I don't know you, but I do. You've embraced my books, you've embraced my message, you've come to my lectures. Whoops, sorry about that. And
Last time you said that, you followed it up by saying, I think we should all go on a cruise.
I could do that again.
Right.
I could do that again. But right now, you can't go on a cruise.
Yeah, right.
Who's in worse shape?
We're doing well right now.
Yeah, who's in worse shape business-wise than the cruise ships? Oh my God. Oh
No,
my
but you know,
gosh.
the interesting thing about when you announced that,
Uh-huh.
and then I was sitting in the green room and I thought, oh, I guess we're going on a cruise. So we chartered the largest ship that Carnival Cruise Lines had, and we sold it out in 20 hours.
How about
Now,
that?
just let me tell you what that means.
What does that mean now?
The Carnival people who were in charge of reservations said it takes them a year to sell a cruise because people book, then they cancel. They have to resell the cabins. We sold everything in 20 hours, and he said if we had more people answering the phone, we could have done it in 10 hours.
Wasn't it fun?
And we've never had that happen.
So fun.
And I thought, I'm gonna be the only guy on this cruise. And you know what? I loved it. I love being surrounded.
Have you girls picked up that my husband loves women?
Oh yeah.
Loves women.
Oh yeah.
You know why?
So Lynette Huttenberger said my favorite makeup item from Suzanne is the multi-stick. I keep one in the bathroom and one in my purse.
Oh, Lynette, that's a good idea in your purse, yeah. Because at near the end of the day, you start looking a little washed out, and that's a good idea. Like, huh?
So let me tell you how much I.
Judy Cross said, I love all your products. I've been using your skincare for 4 years.
Wow, wow.
Let me tell you how much I love women.
How much do you love women? Now?
Okay. I have only ever had, since we've been together, which is now 53 years, right?
Wow.
Since we've been together,
53 years?
53 years, I've only ever had one night out with the boys,
That's true with Bruce,
with Bruce, okay? And we went to a wine tasting,
with John Feldheim.
and they were with John Feldheimer and a few other people, and we're sitting in this place, I think it was under the street in Beverly Hills, like a wine place, and everyone brought a couple of bottles of their best wine,
Yeah.
and we sat drinking it, and people were sniffing glasses and saying, muscular, or licorice,
Yeah,
with
so much licorice.
chocolate notes. And I'm thinking, I don't feel it's muscular or
just don't
chocolate
wanna get
notes,
high.
or yeah. So that was the only time
Yeah,
I've
but I'm
ever
so
been out
happy
with the
you're out
boys.
with Bruce.
Right, and you know, think of all the times I've been out with you and the girls,
Yeah.
okay?
A lot.
The fashion shows, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, we have a fashion show down here. Well, not this year. God, all the things.
By the way, we have a girls' night coming up
Yeah,
next
we
week, right?
No,
It's
this
gonna-
coming Friday night.
This coming Friday, it's going
It's
to
gonna be
be,
you and 4 girls.
okay, I'm in.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't
And
mean
by
I'm
the
in, I
way,
mean I'm
Do
in.
you want to make your ribs?
Sure.
He makes great ribs.
The greatest
Did you like his
ribs.
ribs the other night, Caroline?
I did. I will tell you, if I'm being honest,
Oh.
Bruce likes them a little more baked. That was a little too steamed for him.
Oh,
A little too what?
steamed.
Well, because you've switched your method. You are steaming them a little more and roasting them a little less,
Oh.
which makes them very tender and succulent. Bruce is a drier rib kind of guy, so he likes your oven roasted, but the meat gets a little more shreddy.
Oh.
Oh.
What I like about his
I like, listen, you always make great ribs, so
what I like about his ribs is it just falls off the bone and all that flavor.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
What's a great thing to serve with ribs for our girls' night, Caroline?
cabbage salad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or we can go to our garden. We can go to our garden and pick
And what,
pick lettuce.
Like a great small, like cabbage salad. It's
Yeah.
great with ribs.
Okay, and what about carbs with that? Because I'm trying to gain weight. I'm like,
Roasted
what
yams.
are the carbs I can have? You know what we're having tonight for dinner? We're doing the chicken legs that we've done on Facebook Live here with the blue cheese Cholula dressing and homemade in coconut oil hand-cut fries.
Mmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just a moment. I have to ask.
Yeah.
We bought a machine to
Yeah,
make
it is we
fries
hand-cut them.
that we paid, I don't know, $250
I know,
bucks for this
I know.
machine.
I'm like,
Okay.
I'm a loser.
And why aren't we using the machine?
I don't know. I don't know.
We
But
also
they're sitting
have-
in ice water over there. And
Yeah, we also
dry
have-
them off.
yeah,
and
we-
then put them in the coconut oil
Right.
and get them all kind of crispy.
Well, you
and
do
then
them
put sea
twice.
Salt on them, and then we're gonna have that with the chicken legs and one of our great garden salads with cabbage in it. And is there anything else? I think that's the dinner. That's kind of good.
Yeah, we also have a machine that
This
that does deep frying
is
with
my
no oil.
favorite song.
What is it?
At Last.
Oh, I
Etta
love that
James.
song.
Remember I sang that to you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love this song.
And also, what's her the great singer who lived in Yucca?
Nancy Wilson.
Nancy Wilson.
She didn't sing At Last.
She didn't sing it
No.
last?
No, but she sings that song I sing in my act. Guess who I saw today, my dear?
Yeah. That's
Pray
a,
for Steve Lawrence. I love Steve Lawrence. He's got COVID and he's in the hospital.
oh,
Love
really?
him, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We love him. He's so
We do.
what
He's
a
great.
doll. One night in Malibu, I had a small dinner party, and it was Kelly Day and Vicki Walter and a couple of other people. George Hamilton was there that night, and Steve Lawrence and Judy. Edie at this point was gone. I loved Edie Gourmet. Oh my God, I loved her so much.
Who?
Edie Gourmet.
Oh, yeah.
And so because knowing that Steve was coming, I turned on the Steve Lawrence channel on Sonos. And all of a sudden, To Dream the Impossible Dream came on. We're sitting at dinner, and I said to Judy, their longtime assistant, oh God, I love the way he sings this song. She said, ask him. So I said, Steve, do you feel like singing? And he sat there, and all of a sudden his eyes rolled back into their sockets, and he started to sing like Steve Lawrence on stage, full out, and we all sat at the table like that. Remember?
That was memorable.
Oh, maybe one of the most memorable nights of my life.
And I'm so incredibly thankful that Judy suggested
Oh, yeah, because I would have asked him, and he took that moment,
that. Yeah.
got into the moment, and then went full out, I'm Steve Lawrence on stage.
Yeah.
And when I was a little girl, we watched the Ed Sullivan Show, which a lot of you did. And that was at a time when you only had one TV in the house. If you were lucky, not many people did, but we had a TV. And my father had one of those chairs like Archie sits in with the thing that comes up and his seat that goes back. And there was no clicker at that time. And my father chose what we're going to watch. On Sunday nights, we watched Steve not Steve, Ed Sullivan.
And by the way, I've been on the Ed Sullivan Show,
Tell me.
just so you know.
You have.
Okay, yeah.
You're so,
Well, the Ed Sullivan Show was done from Toronto,
Yeah.
one episode, and they needed a guy, an announcer, and somehow I got the job.
how, I wonder
So
why.
I've been on the Ed Sullivan
No,
Show.
listen to his voice. I mean, the first time he ever called me on the phone, say hello there, the way you used to say
Well, I
hello.
use hello there, yeah.
No, do it.
No, I know, I'm
No, do
embarrassed.
it. No, don't.
I don't want to use my.
You have this
Right.
woman on the other end of the line that you'd really like to have a relationship. Now say hello there.
Hello there.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, Suzanne,
Yeah.
that silky, buttery voice gave me an idea.
What?
Why don't you make a really frickin' great cornbread in a cast iron skillet with some honey butter
Oh.
to go with those ribs?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, you're
And
so
then
right.
slather the honey butter
Oh.
with the good sea salt
Oh.
on the hot cornbread.
Wow.
Holy cow.
what's honey butter?
Butter with honey.
It's,
Oh,
yeah, butter with honey.
it sounds like
Others will tell you
the
a
name
little
of
bit of powdered sugar in it too.
Oh.
it sounds like the name of
Hey,
a stripper.
Hey, do you have a recipe? Can you just like tomorrow send me something? So, because I have to go into LA that day and they're coming back.
You bet.
That's a
And do you
great
have
idea.
Because
What
that's the
I-
best way to make cornbread.
I don't have what you're talking about, but now next time you buy me a gift, that's what I want.
Yeah, I'm always scared to get you anything for your kitchen now because I know you're at that place where you're trying to
Not
trying
something.
to sift things out.
No, but not something like this. Not something like this. But that's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
you know what?
You can't put a little spice in there too.
If I was a stripper, I'd name myself Honey Butter.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Honey Butter.
Honey butter.
Honey
When we broke when that was our first.
You were Well, Bruce, the other night when he was here, he was standing right here, and I kept saying, "You look like you're 30.
He looks good.
Really good, and
You don't
and your
realize
skin looks." And they did it, and you couldn't get them to like cheat or anything. When they were here, I said, "Sure, you don't want to go to Big Al's bar and have a tequila?" Nope, 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 nope.
Okay, so Jolene Lund,
Yeah.
she says, I'm on day 12.
Uh-huh.
I actually had a compliment that my face looked really good, and yes, I've lost a few pounds.
Good, Jolene. Good.
Now we don't,
Glad.
you know, we're not selling it as a weight loss program, but we find that some people lose weight.
You know, it's not like water weight that you lose when you fast for a day or two. You know, it
So
was
you lost 7 pounds.
7 pounds.
That's
Bruce
huge.
lost 10.
Bruce lost 10?
Yeah.
Wow. And he didn't need to. Wow.
Well,
Wow. Wow. That's incredible.
It'll be different for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think for some people it will be a drastic change if you are giving up a lot of foods that you weren't eating before. But you know you're putting good nutrition in your body when you get that gut renew. And we just found it very satisfying. And
They did it. When they were here, that shake was in the morning, and then mid-afternoon they had the other shake, and then at dinner they had the healthy dinner under the guidelines.
yeah, just like a good meal.
Yeah.
We'd have, we could have the ribs and the slaw. We just wouldn't So Alan,